Good evening, South Mississippi. Meteorologist Taylor Graham here. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Mardi Gras weekend so far. The weather could not have been better for our parades this weekend. It was a little bit cooler today compared to where we were at yesterday, but still really nice. The humidity was relatively low. We saw tons of sunshine, blue sky, a few high thin clouds, but all in all, I really could not have asked for better weather. Yesterday I was at the Jackson County Parade. It was nice and sunny. Today, for all of the parades this afternoon, again, just can't emphasize enough how nice it was. And tomorrow for Lundi Gras, things are also looking nice. Just a heads up there if you have plans. I know a lot of people probably are off of work. I know schools are still out, and tomorrow is going to be another really nice day, but Fat Tuesday we may have some issues in terms of the wind, and also we are expecting some thunderstorms later that night. But let's talk about what's going on right now. Things are starting to get pretty chilly. We're starting to see temperatures drop into the 40s. We topped out mainly in the upper 60s and low 70s today, which that's pretty much right on par with average for us here in Gulfport. Average high for the beginning of March is 68. We were very close to that. So it was a beautiful March day, but things are getting pretty chilly this evening. So clear and chilly tonight. No real significant issues tonight. It's going to be fairly calm. Tomorrow for Lundi Gras, we're warming up near 70. We may see a little bit more cloud cover, still expecting a nice day. But for Fat Tuesday, all day long, it's going to be windy, especially by the middle to end of the afternoon. And then we're going to be watching some strong thunderstorms moving in that evening, some of those possibly becoming severe. And those also are going to be producing some very strong wind gusts. And while the overall risk is low, we can't completely rule out a few tornadoes within that line. I'm thinking at this point, most of our parades here in South Mississippi will be avoiding the bulk of the rain, but the wind may be an issue, and we're going to mainly see that wind out of the south and southeast heading into Tuesday. As of right now, though, chilly outside. We are pretty much in the 40s for many of us, 55 in Biloxi. I'm a little skeptical of that upper 30s there in Poplarville, but temperatures have dropped pretty quickly this evening. And overnight tonight, we will continue to drop into the low to mid 40s. I may even have to adjust those temperatures just based off of how chilly we've already been over the past hour or so. So temperatures dropping quickly. Even though it will be chilly to kick off our Monday, by the afternoon, things are looking really nice. Nice and quiet right now across the Gulf Coast. We do have a low pressure system off in the southern plains, and while that is going to be moving eastward, it's going to be weakening as it does so. It may bring a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow, but a lot of that rain will be fizzling out of the way by the time it passes through most of the southeast. Now, our storm system on Tuesday, we are starting to see that take shape. Generally look at the overall pattern of those showers and even those snow showers off along the west coast. Notice how they're moving in that counterclockwise direction. That indicates we've got that area of low pressure getting a little bit stronger, and this is the system that's going to be sweeping through the middle part of the country and moving into parts of the southeast by Tuesday. And it is going to be getting stronger and stronger as it does so. And with a stronger area of low pressure, that's going to help the wind really pick up, especially on Tuesday. Tomorrow, maybe a little breezy at times, but not bad. We do have one Mardi Gras parade tomorrow evening. That is the Mystic Crew of the Seahorse. That's over in Bay St. Louis. That parade in great shape. A little bit of a chill by the end of the parade, but at 5 o'clock, as we start to see everybody line up for the parade, should be perfect with temperatures in the mid 60s. Rain is not going to be an issue. Our parades on Tuesday, you know, it's the big day, Fat Tuesday. It's going to be a little iffy, not so much with the rain. I'm a bit more concerned with the wind throughout the day on Tuesday. Hopefully parades are going to be okay. Hopefully our floats are not going to be feeling too many impacts. But winds are really going to pick up out of the south and southeast, especially by the afternoon. And it is going to be a warm Fat Tuesday this year. Temperatures by 10, 11 o'clock, easily going to be in the 70s. We will see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. Maybe a few isolated showers by the early afternoon, but most of the rain on Tuesday is going to be holding off, I expect, until about after 5 or 6 o'clock. And we are going to be watching a line moving ahead of a cold front, and it is going to be moving in and out relatively quickly. So most of the day of Mardi Gras looks to be dry, but that evening, some of those stronger thunderstorms are expected to roll through. Now, ahead of those thunderstorms, like we've been talking about, it is going to be windy. We may see some wind gust ahead of these storms from the south and southeast at about 40 to 50 miles per hour, believe it or not. The National Weather Service even saying that some spots in Louisiana could even be approaching 60 miles per hour, and those are outside of the thunderstorms. So it's going to be a very windy day, not only for South Mississippi, but also throughout southern Louisiana. So Mardi Gras floats probably going to be impacted at some point, just a heads up there. Also, I can't completely rule out some sporadic power outages with gusts getting close to 40 to 50 miles per hour. That is going to be a possibility, especially by the end of Tuesday afternoon. Then our attention will turn to our severe weather threat on Tuesday. At this time, the main threat still remaining just to our north and to our west. Those areas highlighted in orange, that enhanced risk, have a slightly higher chance of seeing severe weather on Tuesday. They are going to be closer to that area of low pressure. But for us in South Mississippi, still anticipating a pretty stout line of thunderstorms rolling through ahead of a cold front. There's a chance that some of those could become severe. Within those thunderstorms, we may have some wind gusts near 60, maybe even over 60 miles per hour. And while the tornado risk is lower, it's not zero. Still could see a few brief tornadoes, mainly along the leading edge of those thunderstorms Tuesday evening. Generally speaking at this time, more so expecting these thunderstorms after 5 or 6 o'clock, more so after the sunset. And it does look like most of the rain should be in and out fairly quickly. I expect most of the rain to be out of the way after about 11 o'clock or midnight, early Wednesday morning. So as for tomorrow, chilly in the morning, beautiful weather expected. We may see some more cloud cover throughout the day. Rain chances, though, are slim to none. Most of us are going to be back into the upper 60s and low 70s, just like what we had today. Very comfortable weather expected on Lundi Gras. Mardi Gras, we may notice an uptick in the humidity as well. Starting off in the day, more mild, temperatures more so in the 50s and the low to mid 60s on the coast. Winds will be picking up throughout the day. Even by lunchtime, we're easily going to be in the low to mid 70s. Now, I've stopped this heading into a lot of our big parades in the afternoon. So far, forecast models hint that most of the rain still remains to our west, but that line will quickly approach us from the west by the end of the afternoon and heading into the evening. So this is happening ahead of a cold front. Some of these thunderstorms may be strong, even severe, with some heavy downpours. Again, some gusty winds certainly going to be a possibility within these storms, and that's the main concern if these storms are able to sustain themselves and become severe. And again, a few brief tornadoes not out of the question. So this latest run of Futurecast shows that line pushing through South Mississippi by about 8 or 9 o'clock, and then most of the rain exits right around midnight or so, maybe even a little bit before that. Those details hopefully we can fine-tune tomorrow, but most of the rain moves out of the way 10, 11 o'clock Tuesday night, even after midnight. At least these are going to be moving in and out fairly quickly. That will limit our flooding potential. And overall, Ash Wednesday looks pretty nice. It's going to be breezy, but we're going to see winds more so out of the west and northwest. And it is going to be cooler on Ash Wednesday with high temperatures more so in the 60s. So how much rain do we expect by the end of it all? I'm forecasting about a ½ inch, maybe up to an inch in some of those stronger thunderstorms. So some localized flooding is not out of the question, but thankfully these are moving in and out fairly quickly. So that will limit some of our flooding potential by the end of Tuesday. But if you have plans to be out and about, maybe you're still celebrating Mardi Gras by the end of Tuesday, just a heads up, things could be getting kind of bumpy by the end of the day. And let's go back to those winds. That's going to be one of the main issues I expect late in the morning and throughout the afternoon. Winds really going to be picking up ahead of this cold front and this low pressure system by lunchtime on Tuesday. May even already start to see some gusts close to 30 to 35 miles per hour. Heads up for boaters. Things are going to be pretty rough over the water. As we get into the afternoon with that line of thunderstorms moving closer to us, that's where we could potentially see some gusts over 40, maybe even close to 50 miles per hour. And this goes for areas farther inland as well. Once that cold front passes through by Wednesday, it's still going to be breezy, but not as windy as Tuesday. And the wind is more so going to be out of the west and northwest, and that's going to bring in some cooler, drier air. We will see an uptick in the humidity on Tuesday. I don't expect it to be overly muggy, but you may notice a little bit more humidity in the air by the end of Tuesday. And then once the front passes through completely, the humidity crashes and it's going to be feeling much more crisp by Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So a little bit of a roller coaster on our muggy meter. Temperature-wise, not too big of a swing heading into Wednesday and Thursday. It is going to be cooler, but nothing too abnormal for this time of the year. Temperatures likely going to be peaking in the mid to upper 70s on Tuesday. We'll be back into the 60s by Wednesday and Thursday, and then chances are we're going to be back into the 70s heading into the end of the week. Looking a lot more spring-like, a lot more consistent than maybe some of those forecasts that we had back in January and February. Also a sign that spring is just around the corner. In 1 week, daylight saving time begins. Our sunset this evening was at 5:55. Next Sunday, our sunset is going to be at 7 o'clock. I know we don't like losing that hour of sleep, or at least a lot of us don't like that, but for those of you, myself included, that are ready for spring, the evenings are going to be lighter, brighter. So the 7 o'clock sunsets, those are going to be returning in just 1 week. So your 7-day forecast, not too bad, but unfortunately it is going to be very windy throughout the day on Tuesday. We'll keep an eye out for some of those strong thunderstorms later in the day on Tuesday, more so in the evening. Fingers crossed we can still squeeze in all of our Mardi Gras parades. By Ash Wednesday, things are looking drier, cooler. Just a heads up that by the first half of this upcoming weekend, we may be seeing more rain. Those rain chances may have to increase from 30%. And also, we move those clocks forward 1 hour Saturday night into Sunday. So the sun rises are going to be 1 hour later. Our sun sets also going to be 1 hour later. Tomorrow, though, beautiful weather. I know a lot of people have school, work off. It's going to be a fantastic day to spend some time outside. We will keep you posted if anything changes for our Mardi Gras forecast, Fat Tuesday forecast. I will be here working that evening, keeping tabs on the weather, and if any of those severe thunderstorms decide to develop, we'll keep a close eye on things. I know a lot of people are going to be out and about celebrating that evening as well. You can always keep up with our weather by downloading our WLOX First Alert weather app. That's a fantastic way to get the latest updates, and also if any warnings are issued for your area. So that's always great to have. It's free to download. Highly recommend it. You get those warnings and watches instantaneously on your phone, no matter where you are. That being said, we have our 10 o'clock newscast coming up in about 20 minutes. I'm going to be getting ready for that. Hopefully, you can join us there too, not only for the latest on the weather, but also the latest on the news. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, safe Mardi Gras weekend. And thankfully, that beautiful weather at least continues into tomorrow.